Hi everyone. I would like to start this flipped lecture with just giving you a little bit of an overview of what I would like you to do for today's activities. I am just in the Blackboard site for our 201. As you know, go to weekly course materials, and under week 10 I have the materials there entitled Flip Lecture. And what I'd like to do with this one is get you situated more in the literacy, pedagogy, and technology aspects of some of the content that I would like to present. And so if you go in there, what you'll see is you will see that you go to My Introduction, okay? And you'll open that up. You'll open this video up, or you already have actually. And then next, I would like you to have a look at Dr. Amy Hutchinson. She has done a video for me, and Dr. Hutchinson is a faculty member in our SOE, and actually very interested in using technology in literacy. And so she has broken down for me, as you get into your methodology courses, she has broken down what you'll learn about the content. So what are you expected to teach, for at least for the basics, in most classrooms, and then what are the pedagogical approaches that are common to literacy. Okay, and so every content area is different, and that's why preparing to be an early childhood education teacher or an elementary education teacher, every content that you teach has different strategies and pedagogies, because you'll see that literacy is quite different from math and science and social studies to follow. And so in this video she presents that, and will enable you to explore that just a little bit. Then one thing that I would say about listening to the video, and again, I kind of expect you to take notes and so forth, at the end of this you will have an exit ticket. And it does cover Dr. Hutchinson's video. It covers this reading, Infusing Technology into Balanced Literacy Classroom, and then it will cover the last site that I show you here. I think this is an excellent article about using technology to balance the literacy classroom. And so spend some time here looking at this reading it. That should look familiar with TPAC, but it just gives you a very good look inside one teacher's classroom and what that looks like. Actually, Kevin Bauer, who is one of the authors. My question to you is, do you want to be a teacher like Mr. Bauer? Is that what your classroom is going to look like, and will it come alive with technology? He talks about 3 levels of using technology in the classroom, and I think they're very fair levels. He starts off talking about technology as a novelty. He goes into technology as a necessity, and then is technology just a natural part of your classroom? Now, all of you developmentally are not quite there yet because you don't have your own classroom to experiment with these things, but you guys, he lists over 25 different technologies that he uses with literacy. Okay, so kind of take note of them, and actually I'll ask you to explore at least one of them as your before you get out of this lecture. Okay, so that is the reading, and I think it will be very interesting. The other thing is the I want to take you to this website, Read, Write, and Think. You guys, this is from the International Reading Association, and an excellent site, okay? It's sponsored by, like I said, the IRA, which is actually, I think they're going to start calling themselves the International Literacy Association, and the National Council of Teachers of English. It's one of the best websites I think there is for teachers, because they have so many resources, and it is all quality work. So you guys, I did not take you to, this is a link, if you notice, this is a link right to the classroom resources site. If you click on Read, Write, Think, you'll get back to the major page, okay? But I want you in the classroom resources site, and under classroom resources, take note, there's lesson plans, student interactives, there's mobile apps, printouts. I'm not quite as interested in that, but have a look at this. The part that I really want you to go in is the student interactives, okay? Once you're in the student interactives, you will see that these are online interactive tools that have been designed by literacy educators for literacy educators to use in their classroom. And you guys, they're really good. They're simple, but they're quality. And so notice there's featured ones. Here's one on organizing a persuasion map, fact fragment frenzy, theme poems, staples book, puzzle me words, all kinds of them. Now, those are the featured ones. Here's some popular ones, okay, these are like the ones that most teachers use. Notice they do have grade levels associated with them, so you kind of look at that a little bit. But notice here, up here, there's a See All Student Interactives, and there is 59 different ones, okay? 59 different ones. Now, you're not going to have time to go through all those, but what I want you to do, look through them a little bit, and I want you to pick one, and that one I want you to explore. Again, that will be part of your exit ticket for this. Let's see, actually, I'm going to go back. Let me go back. There's one on, I'll see if I can find it really quick. I'm skipping over to yeah, here's one on story map. I thought this one would just be interesting because you guys did a storyboard, or have worked on a storyboard this week. So here's the student interactive about it. Here's an overview. Notice they give you actual lesson plans that use this. Kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, what a resource, right? So have a look, and you guys, these lesson plans are outstanding in terms of detail and things that you can gather. So there's a great resource for you as you head into that. To get into this student interactive, all you got to do is get started, and they are as simple as this. So if I notice there's different ones here in terms of the types of story mapping that I want to do. But let's say I want to do one on Halloween night. Oops, sorry. And okay, mine's going to be about a conflict. Okay, and then please enter the key to see the next prompt. But what you do is, so what is the conflict? Another person, thing, thoughts, or feelings. So the students would fill that in. So students or children think they see a ghost while out trick or treat. Okay, and then when I do the enter, now why does this conflict occur? Okay, so all these things, and then it just takes you and guides you through it. Once you're done, you're able to print it. You can go back and edit it. They're great tools. They are great tools for students to use, and all online. Okay, they're all online. So have a look at one of them, especially one of them, but please, look through several too. Again, 212. How much are you going to get out of these activities and then, be able to use? What a great resource when you go into that literacy methods course or courses that Dr. Hutchinson has talked about. The other thing that I just want so that you can see as well is notice the lesson plans. Okay, I'll just pick this one randomly. So this one's called Fairy Tales from Life. It is 3-2. This is the entire lesson plan. So here's the overview. Notice that for our lesson plan, we asked for an overview. So these are good examples of the types of overviews that you could write for your own lesson plan that you're thinking about. Okay. Now they add some other sections here, but they're very, very thoughtful and grounded in literature and theory and practice. Here's the standards. Again, you have to do that. Here are the common core that they say. If I go to Iowa and I go, I'm going to do third grade. Let's see here's the Iowa reading standards for literature that this one will cover. Although I don't know, this is a little bit much. Again, you don't want to do all of these, but take it for what it is. Here's the resources that you need. Here's the materials that you need. Here's the student interactives that they're going to use. They're actually, for this lesson, going to use 2 of them. Here's printouts that you can have, websites that go along with the lesson, and then what you need to do to prepare. Okay, guys, this is what it's like being a teacher. This is the sophistication of thinking about how do you put a lesson together. Okay, here's the instructional plan, student objectives. Now, they do a pretty good job of telling of behavioral, okay, the behavioral verb. Sometimes the condition, but they rarely put the criteria. So that would be my only, jab on this is the objectives are okay, but they're not how you've been taught to write them. So take them for what they are, but remember you would probably add criteria to them. And then here's the step-by-step procedures of, okay, here's session 1. This is what they would do. Okay, here's session 2. So these lesson plans are typically more than one day, which makes sense, okay? So this one, notice this one's going to cover quite a few days. But look at, they have assessment built in as well. We'll talk about assessment next week. Related resources that they could use, and so forth, okay? So I just wanted to show you this resource a little bit deeper so that I would motivate hopefully you to go deeper into this site as you finish the lab, or excuse me, the flipped lecture. So, and the last thing that happens will be your exit ticket. So this is where obviously I have a Google Doc for you that you will fill out that will cover these 3 things. Now, my suggestion to you would be this. Again, for a flipped lecture, you can do it when you want. You might want to break this one into parts where you might listen to this introduction, listen to Dr. Hutchinson, and then maybe get the reading going, and then finish kind of the activities. So you have some time to do them, but I really think I've tried to immerse you into this idea of literacy, pedagogy, and technology for this one. I hope your digital stories are moving along well. And so with that, I guess I will kind of leave you and go back to the idea of, what are you learning, how are you applying it, and how are these resources going to benefit you as you move forward in the program and as you develop yourself as a teacher. Okay? You guys have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.